In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing some hitting with Edward, who is from China and grew up as a national player, and Sasha, who's from Singapore, one of Edward's friends. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back. We are here in Beijing, China, playing tennis for the second time now actually for me, which is pretty cool. It's my pleasure to play with you guys. Thank you for inviting me down here to these amazing indoor tennis courts. We have Sasha and we have Edward. Tell me a little about you guys.
Hi, I'm Sasha. I'm from Singapore. Had a chance meeting with Dylan at the China Open 2 days ago. And now we're here. He's so graciously given us the opportunity to hit with him today at the court. And I think we had a fun time.
Hi everyone, my name is Edward. I'm Chinese, but I met Sasha in US when I was doing my master. That's how I met Dylan. From Sasha, yes.
For the first time today.
yes. And yeah.
Oh yeah, we had a great time on court. Played for just under an hour, but really good striking. You've worn me out, guys. So thanks for that.
Two against
one. It was a
one.
workout for us as well, for sure.
Yes.
But I definitely wanted to touch upon a lot of things in terms of the Chinese tennis scene. Can you tell me a bit about where Chinese tennis is going, in which direction?
Okay, so as we all know, we have some, new stars like Qingwen, Zhang Zhizhen, and the Bu. He's playing with Sinner right now. So I think more and more people are getting attention with tennis. So a lot of new beginners, but this market is very huge. But I have to say that we don't really have enough facilities like coaches, courts for this, incoming, population of beginners. Yes, that's how I feel. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to book the court now. Yes.
I think I've heard there's something like 20 million people that are introduced or playing tennis in Beijing or in China.
20 million people in China?
Yeah, playing tennis.
I don't even know the number.
I think that was a stat quoted in 2021, so this was just post-COVID, and I'm sure, as I mentioned in the earlier clips, with the rejuvenation and this new reinvigoration of the sport through popular culture, popular media, like in the movies and mainstream media, like the movie with Zendaya Challenges. It's now become not only like the sport is popular, but tennis as an aesthetic, as a lifestyle. And so I think markets are tapping into that, and tennis is becoming much more of a commercial interest point for brands as well.
Definitely, no, I do agree. And I would say, from your personal perspective, Edward, you mentioned you were top 20 in the country here in China.
I was.
You was?
Let's be real.
You guys got to check out those videos and you'll see still striking a very good ball. What is the tennis scene like here in China when growing up? And where do you think they should take the next steps for coaching, education?
So back to my time, I went to school from like 9 to 12. Then I leave school, then I go to play tennis from 1:30 to like 4 or 5.
Oh.
5 days a week.
Wow.
So it's like there's a very big, clear gap between education and sports. You have to choose one way. Yes.
Oh, so you can't do both?
We cannot do both if you want to be a professional tennis player in China. Yes.
I think it's I'll comment on the Singapore part as well. It's similar in the sense that we don't have an integrated program where the players are given a holistic kind of structure for pursuing sport full time. So most Singapore players who want to pursue sport professionally or more seriously go outside to train, which is what my family did for my brother. And we had to make accommodations for it because locally there just weren't any programs at the time. It's definitely progressed a bit, but there's still a lot of development that needs to be done and support financially and kind of systematically as well, because you don't do well for sport. Sport is a very difficult area, and
so to mix sport, education.
To be made a job and to make money from it. And so
So we have two kinds of training system. One is like you train in the clubs. Another one is like you train in the team, like national team or teenager team. It's held by the government. So
I see.
yeah, I was training in the team, so I don't have like much freedom or time to go back to school. Yeah.
Okay. But also leading on to what you do today, which you're working in a corporate job. How did you get into this corporate world when you are balancing tennis and schooling together?
I retired quite early. Yes, because I got an injury on my elbow and I did a surgery. That's why I quit tennis.
Oh, I see.
But I get to play tennis when I was in college, so I'm just trying to find myself back on the court.
Oh no, definitely you are. Please tell me a little bit about where you see tennis progressing in Chinese tennis.
The future of Chinese tennis.
Thank you. I would say a very bright future, but it's going to be more and more competitive because a lot of parents are sending their kids to tennis. Whenever they want their kid to learn sport, tennis, I think, is the first option nowadays.
Really?
Yes.
I think parents always want to see a model and an example of success before they try it. They don't want to take that risk, but now that they have these models like Zheng Qingwen and Xiaopu who are doing so well and they see that that's a possible pathway for the kid, and so now they want to put in the work and the investment.
I think, for my personal view, is I haven't really heard enough about Chinese tennis. It's my first time here in China. I'm very used to the way in which British tennis players are trained and growing up, even Europe, training in Germany, training in Spain. I even studied college tennis, playing in America at a Div 1 uni for 2 years and played professional tennis for 1 year. But I never knew about Chinese tennis until the big rise and boom of all these up and coming players.
Yes.
And I think they must be doing some amazing things right in order to have an influx of this many amounts of people that are coming into the game and rising to the top so fast as well. So I think I'm very excited to see where Chinese tennis is going to go, and I'm definitely wanting to come back to explore the scene over here.
Sure.
We'll need to pick up on some Chinese though. But
We'll come.
Or just have a good translator.
all that. Definitely. Guys, welcome back. We are playing tennis here in Beijing, China. I know Sasha here is not actually from China, but
No.
we bumped into each other. Where?
At the China Open, very serendipitously.
Yeah, out of the blue, we were just kind of grabbing some food and wandering around, and we bumped into each other. And then we actually ended up watching Naomi Osaka and Patrick Mouratoglou doing a training session or warming up before.
Yeah, that was better than some of the matches. I would have to say, getting to see a tennis idol up close and getting to watch her, very clean striking. Yeah, I watched all of her court level side practice videos on YouTube. So this was quite a trip to be able to see it live at court level.
Definitely, and tell me your experience as well of playing tennis in Singapore, and what is the tennis scene out there?
I would say it's still developing. There is increased government support and more interest generally. I think generally in Asia there's been an uptick in interest in racket sports in general, so pickleball, padel. But yeah, tennis has become sort of a cultural phenomena recently with some of the popular movies like Challengers with Zendaya or the one with Emma Stone in it. But it's becoming like a cultural fad to be into the aesthetic and all of that. And so a byproduct of that is also learning to pick up the sport. But in terms of competitive tennis, there's definitely more work that could be done. But yeah, it's up and coming. In China, it's definitely burgeoning, but don't take my word for it because I'm not from here. But from what I can observe,
we'll see if we can grab Edward for even just a few minutes.
Yep.
But definitely what I'm seeing here, especially at the China Open, is that there's a lot of new fans coming to watch and support the Chinese players. Sheng Chunwei winning the gold medal at the Olympics this year.
Zheng Qingwen, yeah.
That's pretty amazing for the country. I mean, tennis in itself. There's not that many tennis courts around. I haven't seen that many. And they're very hard to book and very expensive, as you've mentioned.
Yeah, so for example, a court like this for an hour was 400 renminbi, which is about $60 US, I think.
Yeah, which is
for an hour.
Quite expensive for an indoor court. There are quite a few outdoor courts, but that's obviously due to the weather conditions out here as well. I think Chinese tennis will start to really take over
in years to come. That's what I'm seeing, especially with up and coming stars. Who would you say are the next big tennis stars in the game of Chinese tennis?
I definitely don't want to butcher the name, but Xiao Bu, y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he's in the semi-finals right now, actually playing against Yannick Sinner. So he's definitely one to watch. Good luck, Xiao Bu. Jiayo. He's definitely a favorite. Yeah, watched him yesterday on the diamond court, and I'm sure that the Chinese players have a boost from the stadium support that makes all the difference, as well as playing on a home court in your time zone. But yeah, he's definitely got the tenacity and the build for it. So
yeah, no, he's got a ferocious game. I mean, he moves incredibly well.
Yeah, very fearless as well. Yeah,
and
he goes for all his shots.
Your brother actually was playing with him when he was younger.
Small plug for the Longines tournament in conjunction with the French Open. We first encountered him when he was maybe 10 years old in Paris. This would have been 2013. Yes.
Wow.
He played a tournament with my brother.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
now you've seen him growing up,
grown
and now
man
he's
now. He looked very different back then. I would not have been able to recognize him.
and just broke into the top 100 into the world as well.
Oh yes.
Since this week.
Congrats. He
Big
might.
movements.
Yeah, hopefully he goes home with the title. I think
Very exciting.
well deserved.
Guys, I wanted to thank you for your time. It was a really fun training session, and I hope that we can connect in future when I next come back to China.
I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I think that Chinese tennis is going to take over. I know you guys are rooting for Chinese tennis too, so
Let's go!
let's see you guys, okay? Take care, guys. See you soon.